Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon once again, and we have an icon, another icon here, a Saturday afternoon here at the Windrush Generation Legacy Association. My name is Colin Brown. I'm the curator of the Lovers Rock exhibition, and thank you again for coming here and supporting not just my exhibition, but obviously the Windrush side of the room as well. So we thank you for coming again. Today we have, as I said, another reggae icon whose music we all know so well, and we don't really get to hear much about you. Christine Joy White. Wow, what an honor. If you'd like to say something, I'm going to get another mic, and then I'm going to bring on our host. We've got someone wonderful, who can, someone who's following in your footsteps, who's going to be interviewing you. If you take this mic, Amen.
Thank you, Colin. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Once again, I would like to tell you how grateful I am for you all coming out, taking time out, and for the support over the years. And I'm sort of quite shocked because I've met a few people that showed me stuff that I didn't expect them to be keeping for all this time. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you all very, very much. And I hope it continues.
You're welcome.
Right? My job now is to encourage the younger generation to follow and do their own thing, but at the same time, bearing in mind that we all have to remember the roots from where our reggae music is coming from. Yeah? Alright.
Okay, thank you, Christine. We have the legendary Paulette Tajah as our host today.
Greetings, everyone, greetings. And I have to say, wow. We are just privileged to be in the presence of royalty today. Everyone, show your love again, please. Thank you very much. And look, we're doing the purple team. You know what I mean? Obviously, both got the memo, yeah? You just look amazing. You look absolutely amazing. And, you know, God has been good.
100%.
The journey that He's put you on, for real, yeah? So today we're just going to get everyone to understand a little bit more about you and your journey, that you blazed a trail for people like me, okay, and many others to follow. And I love what you said about bringing through, you know, the younger generation. Just saw your wonderful family. So, you know, they're super proud of you, I'm sure. And, you know, just start off by telling us just a little bit about your beginnings. You know, where was you born? Where was you brought up?
Right, I was born in Jamaica. I came here when I was about 5, 6 years old. So I don't really, all what I've learned about Jamaica, what I know now is because I've gone back over the years, and I'm very much encouraged by my mother in particularly, because she stayed here like 6 months at a time and 6 months there. So I've always been encouraged. So, you know, it's a beautiful place. Most of my life, obviously, it's here. And like I said, I come here around 6 years old, 5, 6. Started, I fell in love with music. I mean, I heard a track from this lady called Doris Troy. And she inspired me in such a way that I said, yes, I want to do this, because I've always liked dancing and stuff like that. Winding up in front of the mirror. My mum used to encourage me with the soca music, but my dad hated it. You know, once I start winding up in front of that mirror, you get me mad. You gotta do. You know? So he didn't quite understand what I was doing at the time. He didn't even know it myself. But I just love music. After listening to Doris Troy, about 14 now, I was listening to some other stuff that one of my brothers used to do a lot of music. And there was a young lady there called Doris Duke. And I fell in love with her. Her voice reminded me of the tone that I had. So it made me, because I had this thing, it's like a complex. I thought, because of what was going on at the time as well as growing up, you know, I used to think, well, my voice, I used to say my voice sounds like a man. You know, so because of that, I tend to listen more to male singers than female singers. yeah. But that's where it is.
That's honestly, it's fascinating. Do you remember much of Jamaica when you were that young?
No, what I remember about Jamaica at the time is the bulla, chill.
All the important things.
All the important things. And that was all that water, that's right.
So tell us, what was your birth name?
My birth name was Christine.
Okay.
Yeah, and my name is Joy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so real things.
Yeah, real things are one.
Government name.
Officially though,
Officially.
on my birth certificate, it doesn't say Joy, but my mother always called me Joy. So that's the name I knew. I knew that name before I even knew it. My name is Christine.
Right.
You know, isn't it?
Yeah.
All
You're
of
from
us.
the West Indies.
Yes, definitely.
You always had some pet name or something that had nothing to do with your birth certificate.
I'm sitting in my class and the teacher saying, Christine, at the time it was Cummins, and Christine Cummins, and I'm looking around saying, what's up, boy? You know what I mean? Christine, the lady come over and said, I'm talking to you, Christine. I said, no, my name is Joy. Not Christine, it's Joy, you know what I mean?
So why did Mum name you Joy?
Because I'm always smiling. She says I was a happy baby and, you know, pleasant person, you know? Yeah, at the time, I don't know about now, but yes. I would like to feel that I'm still pleasant.
So tell me about your first sort of desire to want to not only just listen to music, but perform it.
Performing music, I knew before, by the time I was 10 years old, I knew this is what I want to do.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
What was that moment? What was that point?
It's just something, it's like it's in my blood. I can't explain it anymore. It's like I live it, I breathe it, I love it. I just love music, you know. I'm not happy when I can't hear it. And it really doesn't matter what type of music. I love all music.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know, I'm now singing reggae music, but when I started first, it wasn't reggae I was singing.
Okay, what was you singing?
No, because I was brought up over here, and at the time you had pop music.
Sure.
And obviously after a while listening to reggae music, and I didn't really understand it too tough, you know, at the time. But the first opportunity I got to be able to do a recording, I started recording from, I started singing live shows all over the place. From I was about 14.
Wow. What sort of give us? You don't have to give away your age or anything, but just roughly, what kind of period was that?
Boy, it's going back a bit now. 14. It would have been in the late 60s or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So being in the UK in the late 60s, what was that like? What was going on?
Boy, that's all I knew. I was loving it.
Wow.
I mean, I loved the little pop songs, you know, Freddie and the Dreamers and them lot. Yeah, that's all the stuff I used to be singing along, Dinah Ross stuff, you know, ooh wah wah and shoo woo woo or whatever it is.
And they were the original boy and girl bands, weren't they? Because they had some dance moves and synchronization and
trust me,
they looked sharp, didn't they?
Yeah, it was very much so. All our friends every evening, because at school, one thing I've always been good at is music. So every evening now, when school finishes, before we leave our class, the teacher would always have me singing something to the class.
No, you get up and sing?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
so what would you sing to the class? Give me an idea of what you would sing to the class. Okay, pupils, the pips have just gone, okay? And Christine Joy is going to sing us with Song for Go On, okay? Off you go. Yeah.
All right, which one you want?
Anyone, your favourite.
My favourite song is the one I sang myself, you know. That song's a bit biased. And the reason why I love that song really is because I must mention her name, Tracy King. You know, she told someone, I think it was Danny Ray and the Pioneers and them that wanted someone to sing a song. And they wanted her to sing the song. And she says, no, I think this song would really suit Christine Joy White. And because they didn't meet me, they've heard of me, but they said, no, we want you to sing it. So she says, I'll tell you what, listen to her sing it first, and if you're not happy, then I will do it after that. So I've done the song, and that was it.
Wow, they loved
recording-wise, yeah.
Wow.
Because before that, like I said,
we don't want you to give that one away just yet.
Not yet.
Give us something else for the pupils then. Because we'll whet the appetite. No, we can't just leave them hanging.
Oh, right. So what is it you want me to sing then?
So this is after school, your teachers
After
asked
school,
you
oh yes, yes,
to sing
yes,
a song.
yes.
Just give us a typical song that
Okay.
you would have sang to the class.
Okay, it's like, tonight you're mine, come freely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight you're mine, the magic of your eyes. Will you still love me tomorrow?
You see when there's class in the room. You see when there's royalty in the room. Wow. What are we the children who get spoily? My goodness. Okay, you got what you can do?
One of her songs.
Okay, we're just going to hear one of... So for some of you that may not be familiar with all of Christine's work, I mean, she's phenomenal. We're going to hear so much more about her. But we're just going to hear one of her tracks now. Which one are you playing there? Caught by Love. Okay, tell us a bit about this song whilst it's playing.
It's amazing. So ridiculous, really, right? But I had a thing about when I write songs, I tend to get the inspiration more when I'm in the ladies' room.
On the throne.
Yeah, on the throne. While I'm on the throne, I get all these different ideas. And this is one of you know, that was when they were bigger space. Now you can't write songs in the little ones they're giving you. So
Nowhere for your packets then.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But yeah. This song done very well for me in the USA.
For Miss Joy White. Another colour Joy to do, yeah? Make you feel at home, yeah? So actually, you were just telling me there whilst the song was playing, how long it takes you to write a song and how you kind of construct songs. Do you want to just share with your loving fans what your process is for writing a song and how long it takes you to do it?
It depends on the mood really, because it's just an idea that comes in your head. Sometimes you're sleeping, and it's in your sleep, you wake up and you've got this rhythm in your head. And I'm not no professional piano player, but I can handle myself a little bit. So I go on my little piano that I have, and then I come up with a tune that's in my mind, and I just start putting words to it. Maybe a couple of days or so, depending on the song. And that's how I made this one anyway.
Wow. So you've not got any sort of professional training as a a musician or a writer or whatever. This is just totally inspired work.
Yes.
Wow. And then when you've written something, what do you do? How do you decide whether that's, you know, in your mind, good enough to be on, you know, a record or something?
It depends on how you feel, really, because most of the stuff I do, I write it down, I put it on paper for a little while, I put it down, and it's there for a little while. But it keeps coming up on your head all the time, so you'll say to someone, listen to this and tell me what you think, you know. And I had the opportunity when I did the other stuff, and this, by a young group coming up, because even as a very young person myself, I've always liked to encourage other people to do what makes them feel happy, and if music is what makes you feel happy, I encourage them. So we, rather than going to like a big professional band, we used a band up and coming called Sabandis. And these guys were very, very young, you know what I mean? I might have been like in my late teens, like in 20s, yeah. And they were much younger than that. And they were talented, you know, and they actually recorded my first LP.
Amazing.
Yeah, they did the backing to that. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, definitely. Are you in touch with all these band members?
No, I don't know where they are.
And where did you go to record that first album?
Back in the day, most of the recordings would go mainly in Alsden.
Yes.
You know, that was, there were the studios up there and stuff like that. And yeah, it was very, very encouraging as well. You know.
So we're going to move you on slightly to, you know, you came here from Jamaica, you had music in your DNA, it sounds like, yeah. You're at school, you're singing for the class and everything. Like now, take us through to sort of like you're more teenager going up into, you know, thinking, actually I want to make a career out of this. Or actually, am I putting words in your mouth? Did you want to make a career out of this?
Oh yes, I've always, in my head, I'm always saying, I'm not wanting to, I say I'm going to be a singer.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a singer because that is what I love, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, I'm not wanting to be a superstar. I mean, if that happened, it would have been great. And even just doing recording for me was something that I never thought about. My interest was just singing. And I did a lot of live performances. So that was what I loved, you know. I didn't sort of give it a thought about recording stuff, just singing them.
So how old was you when you first, you know, performed on stage?
Wow, when I was about 14.
Where was Mummy and Daddy?
At home.
Really?
Yeah, but like I had 6 brothers, so they were my bodyguards.
Okay, the brother, yeah, 6 brothers. The brothers,
they always
But what did your parents think of, you know, a 14-year-old going out and performing?
They didn't mind me singing locally in London, but I did get a big break with quite a professional band. And I think that's when I realized my parents didn't really understand what I wanted to do, because they didn't allow me to go. They had 8 men in the group. What? You ain't man? Yeah. So, you know, for me, I couldn't go. And that was something that's very disappointing for me, really.
So then what happened then?
The band went off and done their stuff and became quite popular. I can't even remember the name now. Yeah. But they done very, very well. And then I met up on this young man called Victor Crucio. Right. They were putting on a lot of shows for the Dragonaires and they were sort of big grown-up people to me at the time.
Yes.
But they would stick me in Ideal exhibitions beyond there. They stick me with all these people and stuff.
Excellent.
And he started calling. He was the one that called me Joy White.
Right. Yeah.
Called me Joy White. And then, as we progressed, you know, we found that there was somebody else by the same name. So it was best for me to use my proper name.
Okay, right. So let's move on to when you started, you know, you recorded your first song.
Wow, yeah.
Talk us through that. How did it happen?
Yeah, like I said, it was Tracy King that made it possible for me to even meet Ceebee Crooks and them lot. And I went in there. I was really, really nervous because, like I said, I do get nervous when I go in the studios. I really, really did. Proper nervous, you know. So they had to turn the lights down and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
And I remember even doing this other song called Got to Come Back. There's a part in it where you got to sort of breathe heavy. And he's telling me what to do. And the lights are all on, everybody looking at me. It's like, you guys are there, I'm in here. And I was terrified.
Wow.
When they turned the light on,
yeah, they paid good money for that.
Start sounding sexy, you know.
that's another show.
Yeah, another show, you know what I mean? So, you know, in the end, they invited me down to the studio to do the Lose a Good Thing it was. Right. They gave me the words and gave me the music, and I just sang it really to the best of my ability at the time.
And what an ability that is. It's just phenomenal. We're going to hear that a bit later on. We're not going to hear that now? Okay.
Do it now.
We can? You ready? You ready for the next one? But this one you kind of need to move about a little bit.
I remember you were in a hit room.
Heat Room Live. That was Daniel. Daniel, wonderful person. Wonderful person.
So I'm going to get you to introduce this song to the people then.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this song is my first song. Was my first song and still is, and always will be one of my biggest love. It's called Lose a Good Thing. And that goes up for all the lovers in here this afternoon. Treat each other right.
She's still got it. She's still got it.
If you like, your life now, let's say yes. And that's my daughter Kelly. We've done the new version, because the original sounds different. For the original, it was a saxophone playing by Lloyd Chalmers, an organist. And this time round is John Capai doing the flute.
Big show! Pull it up, Selector! I have to turn that up now. I'm going to move the microphones. We're going to move the microphones. I'm going to get feedback.
This is the one!
Alright.
This is true. Volume selector.
Okay, people.
There we go.
You know I love you, do anything for you. Just don't mistreat me, and I'll be good to you. Cause if you should lose me, oh yeah, you lose a good thing. This is my last time.
My last time.
I can't anymore.
This turns!
If you don't do right,
If you don't do
I
right,
just watch out that door. And if you don't believe me, just like that, you're losing a thing. Just like that, you're losing a thing. Oh, wow. Just like that, just like that, just like that, people, just like that. Just like that, just like that, just like that. If you don't do right, I'm gonna might have that door. And if you don't believe me, just like that, you lose a good thing. Come on! Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Anything for you. Oh yeah. Just like that. Just like that. Come on, people. Just like that, just like that, just like that, baby, just like that.
honestly, you sound beautiful. Just show your love again. Just show your love. Wow. Now, some of you may remember the original. We're just going to touch the original, so that brings you back to that. What year was that released?
7980.
7980. Wow. Some of you kids was only a twinkle in your parents' eyes. Yeah. Some of them wasn't around. Right.
They said because of this record, a lot of babies were born around that time.
She's still getting lost.
Rubber Dubber.
Rubber Dub style.
Show the love. Once I start singing it out, it's like I have this sweat on my head. It's like a water pouring down in my face. Don't know why it happens, but it does. And obviously it must do me good.
It does, because you're getting an instant spa right there.
Yeah.
But that's because you put your heart and your soul into singing.
I tell you, the first time that happened to me, it was terrifying. Because I don't normally wear makeup, and this time the manager would say, no, you've got to start wearing a little makeup in your hair.
It's just the lights, that's all. It's just the lights.
Thank you. So I thought, you know what, let me listen. I've got to listen to what he's telling me. So they put on his mascara, not realizing that they got waterproof and non-waterproof. But I start sweating, this thing's going in my eyes. I didn't even know where to go. I couldn't see nothing. When I come up, I look like one of the Dracula family. It's terrifying. But since then, I've learned a lot about waterproof makeup.
You live and learn. So we're coming out of the 60s, we're in the 70s. You've done your first performance, yeah? What was the reception like? In terms of venue, where were you? Where were our communities congregating for these events?
A lot of time it was up in the Hammersmith Palais.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
big venue.
Yeah, big venue. It was always big venues. You got Benny King, you got the Fantastic, you name them. Nicky Thomas, lots of people was on there, and I happened to be one of them and all. It was
fantastic. Nice. And what was the audience mix like? Were they coming from all different communities?
Yes, definitely. Everybody was. I think back in the day, people were more united, I believe, because one is the Kushner family, which is a Trinidadian family of brothers, and they were sort of dominating most of the Mecca places, all the Meccas, all the big name places is what they got, and I had the opportunity to perform at most of these places, really.
Excellent. So now walk us through. You've had success from that track, yeah? Blew up.
Yeah. Oh yes, it's a good thing. Yeah.
So now, are you able to travel with that song? Are you touring? Or what are you doing?
Touring in England, London, all over the place, and also I've been to Spain to do an American bass type of stuff. That sort of thing I did.
An American bass?
Yes, it was beautiful in Malaga.
Wow, tell us about that.
That was beautiful, besides getting bites in the water. But the overall thing was lovely. Mostly the GIs, the captains, and above them lot.
Wow, and they was rocking to reggae?
Yes, they loved it. They loved it. Yeah, it was really, really nice being over there. They really appreciated the music. Yeah.
And it just shows you that reggae just transcends,
yes, it does.
Language,
barriers,
there's no barriers
with reggae music.
It's fantastic.
Everybody, even if you don't speak English, they were singing the words.
Wow.
I've got a tendency of changing my words when I'm on stage. You've got people singing the right words and I'm singing the wrong ones. Yeah.
So are there any other memorable moments whilst you've been on the road?
A lot of good memories, but also because by that time I had, the children and stuff like that, so I had to sort of decide, because I went there for 2 weeks,
Right.
and I stayed there a year.
Oh.
And then they offered me another year. I couldn't stay the other year, I was missing the kids at the time, you know what I mean? So, I said to myself, what, when you got as many as I had at the time, you got to make decisions, and one of them just to sort of cool down a bit, do the London stuff,
Sure.
and not so much the travelling,
Right.
just to be around them. I mean, I think it's one of the biggest mistakes I made, to be honest. My kids say to me, the reason why I say that, because they say to me, Mum, you know what, we would have been rich if you would just continued. Why did you stop? You know what I mean? But yeah, I felt I made the right decision, and I always ask the Almighty up there to say, even if I stop, because music don't wait for no one, I can assure you that, you know that. And for me to have calmed down a bit, and for many years, the last child I had, my tummy was out here, and that was down at this place called the Bouncing Ball.
Oh yeah, Peckham.
Peckham. And at the time, I'm a Dalston person, so going to Peckham was like, the waters,
And you went there pregnant?
What? I was about 9 months pregnant.
What?
Nearly 9, because I had baby a couple of weeks after.
No way.
Yeah.
See, you was a soldier.
Proper soldier, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
was you, Dwayne.
Dwayne, you
Dwayne,
went to enough
Dwayne, I love you.
Stand up.
Stand up and
See,
show
Dwayne,
yourself,
Dwayne.
man.
See?
You know what I mean?
See, he's the baby.
No, he's not the baby,
Okay.
but he was a baby at the time before I was married. Yeah. I ended up with 7 of them, you know what I mean? Yes, yeah, I got a big family. Yeah, it must have been crazy. But I do love children, I must say, especially when they're babies, when they're not talking back to you.
Yeah, I think I love that stage, yeah. So tell us about the family. So first of all, your siblings as well. Are any of them musical or?
Yeah, most of them are in some way or the other. The girls, the 2 bigger ones, I should say, elder ones, they're into music. The boys are all into music, but mostly playing music,
Right.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
they know music.
Yeah. Have you
but
ever
they've not-
all worked together?
No, they've not all worked together at all.
Oh, that's strange, yeah.
It's strange, because I know as a kid myself, I had a brother that was into music, and me and him used to go on the piano and play every day. But I think with my set, they tend to, the boys who play their music on the sound,
Sure.
things like that,
Yeah.
and collection of records, they know their music. The girls, the bigger ones, they do sing. And the younger one, which is another girl, she sings, but she doesn't. She's singing in front of anyone. She's a bathroom singer. You hear her singing. She's got a lovely voice, but she won't use it. But the 2 older
In
ones
time,
tend
though.
to.
In time.
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
But I say to them, if it's in your blood, you do it from a very young age. I might be wrong, but I'm only going by my own
Sure.
experience.
Yeah.
When something is in your blood, it's there. It's not something that like, I want to sing and then 20 years later I'm going to do my singing. It's something that's in you, it's just there all the time. And you just want to do it, So, as you said, time is a master. They might change their minds. 2 of them actually singing, they do perform.
Wow.
And they've got very good voices as well.
It's fantastic, fantastic. So you come from an exceptionally talented family, and you have brought forth talent within your family as well.
Well, yes. My mother said we've got 10. I've got 10 members in the family, siblings and so forth.
Wow.
And 2 of us, myself and my other brother, my late brother, who passed away a couple of years now. But he had a lovely voice. He sounded like Barry White.
Wow.
But the encouragement that he needed, he didn't really get.
Okay.
Because he had this girlfriend that used to say, "Then shut up your mouth, man. You don't sound good." and he really sounded great.
Oh, God.
He was a great singer, but everybody's different. Yeah. You couldn't have loved as much as I did, because no matter what anyone told me, because I remember my father-in-law, he's the one who gave me a lot of opportunities, because he plays the ukulele.
Ukulele,
yeah. And they used to have all these bands traveling from different places.
Yeah.
And I was with him, and when I'm singing, I remember somebody come up to him and say, he said, "This is my daughter-in-law, Or, so he said, so they said, "What? She sing nice, man, but Jesus Christ, she ugly when she singing, man." So that was enough for me to stop. Yeah, and said, You never see anybody ugly make up faces the way I used to, but millions. He said, but wicked singer, but she's ugly when she sing, man. Yeah, what? Wow. Yeah, that one really gave me up close complexes, you know. And I got anybody. Yeah, I got a lot of opportunities after that, with like Tony Eyes and EMI and Sonny, you name them. But in my head, I'm thinking like, because I saw, what's her name? I forgot her name now. She had a big gap like herself, and they used to do this cartoon things of her, take the mickey. And I saw, what's her name? Madeline Bell. That's her, yes. And when I watch the stuff, I take the mickey out of her, and I think, no, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready yet. And, you know, another person that was quite high up there, one, forgot his name, Mickey Mouse. One of the big producers, he came to my rehearsal all many times, so I couldn't understand.
Because he was on New Faces or one of those shows.
He was one of the most talented producers in his time, really.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he come down all the time saying, come on girl, come on, give me 3 months and I'll tell you, you'll break it in this country.
Wow.
And I'll keep saying, I'm not ready yet. Because I was in a band at the time, and I just felt obligated to them.
Yeah.
Felt like I needed to be there because, you know, but yeah, that's how it is. But
what would you say to someone who finds himself in that position now? What would you say? What would your older self say to your younger self now?
My older self would say, follow your heart. Don't hold yourself back because you're trying to wait for your friend, husband, children, or anybody. You follow what you really, truly want to do. And things will always work itself out, but don't put yourself in a corner for anyone because the bottom line is it's not worth it. Yeah. You know, and people can be very, very, not too nice. You know, you make your decisions and you just have to stick with it, but don't make decisions because of somebody else or other people. Yeah. Because the same band I'm telling you about, when they got the opportunity to travel to America to back up Count Prince Miller and you know, Master Griffiths and Bob Andy, they said, Chris, you understand, don't you? They're gone.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, don't hold yourself up for nobody, trust me.
I have to applaud that. Before we go, Christine, you in the song, you said the backing vocalist was your daughter?
Who's a good thing? The new one, the new
the remix. Okay, so any of your daughters that sing with you in here today?
Yes, one of them over there.
Can we see the singer?
She's trying not to be noticed.
No, we need to see who sings with your mum.
Come on, Kelly. Kelly, I just want to borrow just for 2 seconds. Kelly, just want to borrow you 2 seconds, yeah? Because you're part of this journey as well. You're part of this journey. You can just sit down beside Mummy, yeah? So, give her a You know, this is really wonderful, you know, that generational thing where actually, you know, 2 of you can do something together is so beautiful, yeah? And to be able to be on the stage with Mum, I mean, what does it feel like for you?
Well, I mean, I've sung with Mum for years actually, so...
Probably about 10, anyhow, about you guys.
Yeah, so, you know, we've always used to go to the studio with her and things like that, so, you know, late nights was great, you know, to get to go and listen to her singing and meet different people, so it was nice, and I used to always think, wow, I'm going to be able to sing like that one day. So, and yeah, so, you know, and I can, so I'm grateful, and it's nice being to get up and sing with Mum as well, you know, because I know the songs as well, so, you know, if there's anything, or, you know, she needs an EQ, yeah, I know, anywhere else, but it's good, yeah, it's great, it's lovely actually, because you don't always get to do that with everyone, so.
So what would you say that your mum has inspired you most with?
I'd say being a strong woman, you know, standing my ground, speaking my mind. Yes, I was lacking. But yeah, you know, to be a strong lady, and also, you know, the fact is that, you know, if it's something that you're talented in, you can actually do it. You know, don't be too nervous about doing it. Just get up and do it. You know? Like I said, don't wait for no one. But yeah, because I kind of took a bit of a backseat after having a little one, a little bit. But I'm getting back into it a bit more now. So, and I do love singing because I love the music.
Wow.
Colin, did you have a question?
No. I'm just in awe here. I'm in awe here. Seriously. This is just amazing.
I've always said that Kel she had the voice, or she has the voice, similar to Whitney.
Wow.
She's got that talent, but like I said, sometimes she goes, way back.
Hey, can we hear it?
But she's got the talent. Yeah, but she loves going parties,
Can you give us a little taste?
Yeah.
Just a little please.
No pressure.
Last one, can I ask?
Yeah.
Give her a second or two. She's just limbering up.
Google it.
Talk amongst yourselves. Should we?
Oh yeah, and one
Whitney will be ready shortly.
Let them know. Ready. Go on. Just feel what you want to feel.
Share my life, take me for all I am. 'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. And just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really want to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I'll be holding back again this passion inside. I can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. 'Cause I have nothing if I don't have you.
You should have just done a mic drop after that, you know what I mean? It's like,
Get around warm up this thing before.
wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much for.
It's in the genes.
Thank you for
It's in the
letting us
genes.
with that song. Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's no sweet love now. That was done by missionary, it was done by Bilal Store. Yeah, the bassline goes, yeah, the fan bassman. Wow! 50-year-old. Give it quick.
we're going to go straight into another big tune. Let's show some love.
It's called Pure Love. When you name it, it's called Pure Love.
Pure fire.
I'm telling you, all the little babies out of this LP here. Now the wallpaper, then people have to redecorate after that party, right? Backing on that one is by the Marvels. Yeah, the Marvels. And I think Danny's definitely here as well.
Give it up for Miss Christian Joy White. The catalogue is solid gold. So, you know, we were just sort of having a bit of a natter about, you know, things how it was back in the day and how they are now. In terms of people that supported you, like backing vocalists and whatever, and were you a backing vocalist as well for other artists?
I tend to help people if I go somewhere watching a show, and it happened a few occasions where the artist didn't have any harmony singers. And
for a live show?
A live show, yeah. He doesn't normally have them, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like he was having a hard night. The crowd was really awful towards him.
Oh,
I felt sorry for the brother, you know what I mean? But anyway,
she said she felt sorry for
I
him.
I felt sorry because sometimes we can be quite cruel,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I agree.
And they'll say, come off, man, you know, the type of thing. And I think Houston really was there with me as well, and Keith Mindley, and we all decided, well, you know what, let's go up there and do some work for him. And it made a big difference to his performance. He got the confidence.
Of course.
Went down really well after that.
Oh, that's brilliant. Show some love, because the thing is, it's not anybody that would do that, you know. So in terms of, you know, the backing vocalists and what support or respect they get, I mean, do you have a view on that at all?
I think sometimes they undermine them, because the thing is, with most of the backing singers I've met, I mean, you've got Linda there now that's joined me in doing harmonies for me as well when we do live shows. And there's another young lady called Sister Joseph, you know. But I think sometimes, you know, we take them for granted. And most of these people have very, very good voices, you know. I mean, they may not want to be lead singers, and some of them choose to be lead singers. So I think you should give them, you know, the opportunity, really, you know. I give everybody and anyone the opportunity to do harmonies with me at any time. But obviously, if you're not good, I'm not going to tell you you're not good, but I ain't going to phone you back. I'm just not going to phone you back and say, come here next time. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to, you know.
You're discreet, isn't it? You're discreet.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it. You know, but I'm not going to make you feel any way, you know, embarrassed in any way whatsoever. It's just not me, that.
Can I just have a show of hands if you've ever done backing vocalists before on a record or live? Put your hands up. Or if you've done backing vocaling on a record or live, yeah? Can we just show some love to these people in the house, please? Show some love, yeah? often they are the unsung heroes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah? Because I've always felt that backing singers, they make the artists sound crisp.
Exactly, yeah. Some artists, you know, wouldn't be even up there
Right.
for the harmony singers.
Yes.
I remember with Pie Record when they were doing some stuff with them, and it didn't come off because, you know, that's another story still. And it wasn't them, it was something more personal, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about not holding yourself back because of other people, right? So anyway, the harmony singer on that particular tune was this young lady called Tina Charles.
Oh yeah.
No, Tina Charles got recognised and ended up with a hit song
Yes, that's
6
right.
weeks in the British chart.
Yes, I remember Tina Charles, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I love to love. That's it, yes. Yes, and you know, it goes to show us you know, you can sing with someone and they like your voice.
Absolutely.
And they get the opportunity and she done really, really well. Really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, is there something that you would like to tell your fans about that we haven't already raised?
Well, first of all, the late Junior English.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we got the song together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, please put your hands together for Junior English. What an artist.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I don't know.
So just to say,
Right, this gentleman, I've got put my hands up to him. He's got every song I've ever heard. Fantastic.
if I just intervene there, yeah. So Junior is being laid to rest today.
Oh.
So you know, it's probably been laid with the rest already now.
Yeah.
So you know, yeah, we're going to do a minute silence for him, and also we lost the mighty Josh Shaka.
Yeah.
Wow, we're losing some icons, seriously.
Definitely.
So, you know, if you don't mind, if we just pause for 1 minute, we'll just keep it to 1 minute and just, you know, and anyone else, you know, family or friends that you know that have gone, we just keep them in our prayers right now.
Yes.
So we're just going to go to a minute silence now for Junior English. He knew he was part of this exhibition. He had the exhibition up at Holston in BBMC. I spoke to Junior, and he was so pleased that he was in the exhibition. He couldn't actually attend at that time, but he was aware that he was being honoured in the exhibition. So if we just go to a minute silence now, and then we'll come back and we'll continue.
Okay, thank you.
Rest in peace, rising God. So, I have to big up Dimitri. Yeah, Dimitri in the front row here is, you know, he's a walking encyclopedia of everything that is Lovers Rock. And not only does he have the knowledge, but he also has the, you know, the information, the records, any sort of format that it was done on, he has captured it in some way. And he has kindly just presented you with this duet, yeah, of you and Junior English. Tell the people then what the song is and how you came about doing that duet with Junior English.
Right. My late husband, Norman, was a friend of his, school friend, and he he introduced me to Junior, and at the time we went down there, not to sing, just to have a little chat. And Junior was in the studio, so he had this song here, I think it was written by Curtis Mayfield, and he asked me to join him, and I said, okay, why not, you know what I mean? And I adore Junior music, I love this music anyway, you know what I mean? So it was an honor for me to even sing that bit with him. And at the time he was with someone that said I sang the wrong word. Oh, so because they were right, she was right, you know, I did say the wrong word. Because that's what I thought it was, you know, and so I sang it. But when they looked into it, they said one word was just like one word. But because obviously, once again, he did like me, he listened to other people, and so he didn't release the song when it should have been released, because I still believe if it was released when it should have been, it would have been a bigger hit for him as well as myself. But anyway, you know, like I said, you can't keep a good thing down, so he still released it years later. Yes, so that is how we ended up.
Excellent, and we're going to hear a little, have you got this one at all? No? Oh. Okay, we'll have to, but that is fantastic. Please, just give a hand to Dimitri, please.
There's no time to that.
Oh, you play it later. Okay.
Yeah, no rush, man, no rush.
Apparently I do have.
It's the walking archive.
It's got absolute walking archive. It's fantastic. So what other duets did you do?
Well, mainly I did that with Junior. I done another song with another friend of mine, Johnny Orlando.
Yes, I know Johnny well.
And he wrote this song, and he did the first verse, and wasn't too sure what to come.
Right.
And I just sort of improvised on what he done and put my own words in.
Wow.
And that song has become a hit for him as well. He's in Brazil at the moment.
Wow. Yeah, he's doing fantastic things in Brazil, isn't he?
And insane.
Wow.
Oh, see.
He said he must pull up the tunes.
All kinds.
I'm telling you, Dimitri, you're unbelievable. Fantastic. Yeah, look at that. Johnny Orlando and Christine duet mics.
That's right, yeah.
Wow, and this was on his own label, was it? Orlando label?
Yeah, that's on Johnny's label.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Johnny's been there a few times.
Yes, and they love him in Brazil, and at the moment the song seems to be kicking off a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. So are we at a time now where we want to throw it open? I'll listen to this one. What do you remember this one? Next time. Johnny Orlando and Christine John White.
This time we gonna make it work. This time we gonna make it work. This time, only this time. This time we gonna make it work. This time, darling. This time we gonna make it work. This time.
People show.
You understand?
This time we gonna make it work. I gave you my life. I know you gave me all of your life. That's why I want to make it just one more time. In fact, I gave you my everything. Oh, baby, I know that. Let's think of the future and forget about the past. Just be still, no more fooling. Just say that you love me and you'll make it to last. But you gotta make it this time. We just got to make it. Yes, I say, for our children. I'm glad, baby, I'm glad. I know that you too, right? Oh, yeah, we gotta make it. I guess, honey, I just gotta say, I'll stay, because I love it. I love you too.
Okay.
Give it up for Christine Joy White and Johnny Orlando. Thank you. So now I think what we're going to do is open up the floor for some questions that you may have of this iconic artist. Yeah, these are literally once in a lifetime opportunities for us to be able to be up close and personal with artists that are of the likes of Christine Joy White, yeah? And, you know, seriously, I don't say this lightly, we're honoured and we are privileged to be able to have these conversations. These things that we are doing now are, you know, for us to capture history, yeah? To preserve it, to pass it on. It's a legacy and you are part of that legacy, yeah? So don't be shy in coming forward with any questions that you have for the artist. Obviously, keep it clean, of course.
Are you looking at me when you say
Yes, I am. But any questions to start with? Colin, do you have one? I see you poised with the mic.
No, I'm going to give you this mic. And,
Okay, you're going to travel with that one.
Chris will...
Oh, of course, I've got one genuine question to ask you, Christine, and it's legal, all right?
Okay.
I'm Ladies Mouth, as you know.
Yes.
But the one thing is that all these years of hard work that you've been doing, did you get paid?
Yes. Definitely.
So you've done your PRS and all that stuff,
Yeah,
you've got
I've
it
done it all.
covered. Because there's many artists who's come here,
Yeah.
and they're still talking, and they're still dreaming about their money coming to the post.
Yeah.
And it's never happened.
No, well, with me, I must say, maybe I'm doing it the wrong way, but I get paid. I get paid. Because sometimes, I'm telling you, sometimes the PRS and all these people, you know, they mean well, but when you're up and coming and you're not as up there as maybe the Beatles, you know, if they're going to say, don't sing at that venue unless they give you X amount of whatever. If you listen to that all the time, you wouldn't get no work at all because it just doesn't matter. Unless you're really, really high up in this business, it doesn't really make sense saying, all right, I can't do this gig. Most of the people that are putting on these venues don't have the money to pay a band of 10 people and a live artist. And this is where the CDs came in handy because the club owners could book you as an artist by yourself and you do the harmonies and singing in the studio, and you know, you go forth with your CD. What I did at the time that worked for me wasn't to sing the song on the CD. I do the harmonies on the CD, but I always try to keep my music live. And I think that's very important, because one of the worst things you could do is go and see an artist. I mean, all right, it's your choice, but I personally don't like to see it. When an artist come, you pay your money to see them, and they're singing, they're miming them, and their mouth is doing one thing and the record saying another. It don't make sense.
Teach us!
Yes, you know what I mean? So it's better you don't put your vocals on, and then you take your chances with just the music. That's what I think.
Great answer. So any other questions? Come on, don't be shy.
Come on, man, come
There
on.
must be a question you want to ask.
Yes.
Wait there.
Wait for the microphone.
Yes.
What's your name, please?
Joanna. And do any of your grandchildren sing?
Well, so far, my first grandchild, Damani, he seems like he's starting to do some stuff. I don't know if he still wants to carry on, but his vocals and the type of music that he seems to be showing me at the time is promising if he keeps it up. But once again, like I said, if the music is not in your blood, it can be in your mind. But if it's not in your blood, you're not going to really push yourself until something else happens and you say, well, this is what I wanted to do. But if it's in here, in the blood, it just goes on. But he's got the potential, put it that way, with the grandkids.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next up we've got a question down the front here. Yeah? And just tell us your name.
May I move really fast?
Greetings, sis.
Your name, please.
I'm Ruta Anu. I used to be a band called Private Collection. But,
Woo! Give it up! Give it up! Private Collection in the house!
Nice one. Peace to meet you.
yeah, we had Mad Professor here last Saturday.
That's right.
Did you work with Mad Professor?
Yes, funny enough, my two youngest children's dad was a soundsman back in the day when I just moved up to Southeast London. And he introduced me to Mad Professor. He was doing a dance and he was there plus there's another singer, got his name Roger, something like Roger. Robin, that's right. Yeah. And Roger wanted to do singing as well. He really took to me and he said to me, could I tell him how to go about certain stuff? And he's doing stuff with the sound, but he just wanted to know other bits and pieces. And Mad Professor, the same thing. He said he's got this idea that he wants to do dub plates and this, that, and the other. I wasn't so much into the dub plates, I didn't understand it too well, but my hobby at the time was into the sound type of thing, yeah. And then my professor looked like he obviously took on board what I was saying. He might not remember that himself, but yes, when I see him, it reminds me of this young person that said they would like to do this, that. I said, go for it, because nobody else ain't doing that at the moment. So that's what I'm saying about when you get a vibe, if you can follow it up, because most of the time, you're not going to be going the wrong way. It's always the right way once you get that feeling. It's like a push, And he's done very well, hasn't he, for himself? And helped a lot of people as well.
Yes, I just one more question. Well, I've got two, but he wants the mic from me.
That's not he.
Yeah, don't give him the mic then.
There's no he. Mr. B.
Chris.
Thank you very much.
All right. As Lady Smurf mentions, as she says all the time about the money, but usually the artists take the music as a side hustle, but you didn't do it as a side hustle, did you?
No. For me, music was my life. Now it's more of a slightly slide, because I'm into mental health as well. I've always had a love for that, to want to help make people's life, giving them a better quality of life, and it's something I've always followed, So where I can do that, I do it, but I do it more now than before. But yes, music has always been 100%. That's what I'm saying, you've got to be 100% in it, because if you want to win it, you have to be in it. So that's it.
100%.
Listen, I've got two questions in the chat room. One by, chat room was working around it. Barbara Osmond said, what age did you start? I think she missed that bit. And she said, do you play an instrument?
Well, I do my piano, but I'm not professional. I play it by ear. I was doing better before I even went and say I'm going to try and do it musically, right? Because on a classical basis, it changed the feel that came natural. So I don't do that anymore. I still go by the little vibes I get.
Okay, and the second person, Sonia B, says, please ask Kristen who is her favourite singer, male and female, and has she got a favourite song? Slow down, Sonia, man. What questions you want? Let's just do with the first part. Yeah, who is your favourite singer, male and female?
Well, I've got too many. There's not one particular person, because I do love all sorts of music. But I do love Alton Ellis. I love Dennis Brown. I love Luciano. I love Capleton. I just love everybody. At the moment, you got Chronic. I like his vibe as well. Back in the days, Benny King actually met him, he's a darling. Yeah, he's a darling, man. And Johnny Nash I've met personally, and they really inspired me. They pushed me, say, come on girl, go on. When we used to do the big shows up in the Alexander Palais and all these places, Well,
let me finish off your last question, because she might be on my phone all day. Yeah, and Sonny also said, if you wanted to do it with any living artist, who would it be today?
Today I think I'd love to, I'll take my chance with Connect. Connect, yes. Yeah.
Man, you're not easy. What's it? Kaboom!
Any other questions? Any other? Yeah, we've got one over here. We have the wonderful Winsome Moncrief Mitchell in the house. Family love.
Sorry, only family love.
There was a lady here, Christine, that was saying you used to sing somewhere where she used to love the open mic in Hoxton. Christine Edwards, yeah. Okay, I just want to ask you. You just reeled up.
Sorry.
Yeah. I did a show with you in Wessex House, but you probably don't remember. And who
oh, right. We're up in East London.
Wessex House, I used to be in Clapham Junction. And then, you don't remember Clapham Junction, Wessex House? Years ago, this was about 1980 something.
Okay.
And then a few shows like Hooter Nanny. But what I wanted to say to you, you've just reeled off a load of male singers.
Yeah.
Right. Me, I'm a Marcia Griffiths tete. Don't you love Marcia Griffiths?
I do.
Because I remind you of her.
Yeah, one of her songs was Sweet Bitter Love.
Yeah.
But I won't even go there.
Okay.
Right? I won't even go there. When the same band I had when I started, it was in brackets there at the time, and they do a lot of backing for people, you know what I mean? But I think I love Marcia down to the ground she walks upon, to be honest with you, as a singer. But when I actually had the opportunity to meet her, she banned me from singing on the show. Yeah, she wouldn't have me singing at all. She didn't mind using the band, but she made it very clear I mustn't say a word. Yeah, because when she came to the rehearsals, I was singing, and I don't know what it was, but she wouldn't have it. She don't want me to sing to start the show, she don't want me to finish it, she don't want me to do nothing, because if I sing, she's not going to use the band.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that was my experience with one of my favorite singers.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh dear. Okay.
It's my brother, it's my me.
You want me to be honest, isn't it?
And then we come back to
Okay. All right. We're going to come back to the questions in 1 second. We're just going to play a quick track.
We're starting quick because I want to speak to you. This is a track that...
Yeah, this track I'm about to play. This track I'm about to play. Yes. I love my rubber dub. I'm a sound system man or whatever. And this track of yours is different. And it does something to me.
Something good, Aaron.
Yeah, something good. It takes me to...
I saw it, sweet too.
It takes me to a different place.
A tranquil place. A tranquil place.
Lucy, yeah.
That song I actually wrote for my late husband. He's passed away now, but he's been around. His name is Lucian. But it sounds so girlish, you know what I mean? Nobody would know that it's the name.
Please come home to me, Lucian.
Go over to the rest of them.
We were meant to be.
Chalmers on the organ. That one took me about 3 days or so to finalize it. Thank you. I'm still waiting to do a duet with Jimmy Lindsay over there and Ivy from me, but I'm hoping that one day, you know, he'll come forward and we do something together. Yes, sir.
Well, we can take the next question.
Yeah, that no. Aye.
So I think we have a question at the back now.
This is all being recorded, so Jimmy, we have it live here.
We have a question coming.
Oh, good evening, everyone. My name is Prendergast. I just took attention to you saying that the live music aspect is where it is at. And I tend to agree with you. But coming from a younger standpoint, I don't think the youths are honing their craft in terms of managing their voice nowadays because they're just more concentrated on getting out there rather than having a complete product. So what would you say about that in terms of encouraging youths to be more better in terms of the quality of the product?
Exactly, and I agree with that what you're saying still, because a lot of the young people that I've met or heard of, but hearing, I'm using the phrase hearing of, but it's people I've actually met. And you listen, you try to encourage everyone, because I think everybody's got this thing that they write a song and their friends are saying to them it sounds beautiful and their voice is fantastic and all type of stuff. And they take it on board to believe. But sometimes you've got to sit down and be honest with yourself. You've got to listen back to what you sound like. You can't sort of take for granted that your friends say, yeah man, you ready man, you ready. You're going to put a tune, your voice on a tune, and a DJ decides to play your song on the radio, and you want to go and kill the man because you will be making millions. He's playing the song so that people can hear it. Doesn't mean that it's selling anything. So I think my advice to them is to just hold back a little bit, learn your tune, don't go to your friend for advice unless that friend is open with you. Because I'll give you an example. I took a couple of people, giving them an opportunity again to do a song that was offered to me. I didn't think that my voice suited the song, because like I said, my voice is deeper, and it's called Black Pride, yeah? And the music sounded, it was done by, what's his name, Louis, Room in the Sky producer, alright? He had the song, a beautiful song, he put it together, got 2 people to go down now. The girl keep phoning me, me ready, everybody said me ready, the neighbors, everybody in the area, the community said me ready, yeah? And we go down in the studio now to, I tell you something, Louis look at me and say, Christine, for your experience, will you bring this woman down here for? You think they'll run a karaoke? He was so angry. Right? And I would never do that again because I didn't listen to her myself. I took, a word that her friends and family and the people in the neighborhood was telling her the truth. And it wasn't like that. Very embarrassing, for me, upsetting for the producer, and I'm sure I've not seen her again, so obviously it was embarrassing for her, And my daughter-in-law that came with me to sing the song, after the way the producer went on, he became so shy about going in there, because I mean, I wouldn't even go in there myself, you know, the way he was mad. But yeah, you know, sometimes they get it wrong. Listen to yourself and be honest to yourself. Music, you can always get good music, but your vocals have to be right.
Bang on.
Right? You can't mess with your vocals.
Yes,
I just wanted to ask you whether or not...
Please tell everybody who you are, sir.
Oh, sorry. She says I'm Jimmy Lindsay.
Great. Jimmy Lindsay, everybody. Jimmy Lindsay in the house.
One of the experiences that I had as a young artist coming up is that no producer or manager would have anything really serious to do with you if you couldn't perform live. Right. Because I think that's where it all started from. Yeah. I see nowadays a lot of people, they run in the studio, they're doing things, they put it out there, and it could be successful or not, but at the end of the day, they cannot defend it live on the stage. So
that's it. That's right, 100%.
Was that your experience in that you had to prove yourself as a live artist before managers and producers would take you seriously?
Well, for me, it was the opposite, really, because I wasn't a recording person, I wasn't a recording artist. Most of my life, it's only when I did that first Lose a Good Thing that I had the opportunity to do recording. I was terrified of the studio. You know, I really didn't feel right in it, it felt really artificial to me. So from the age of 14 till now, I've always done live shows, and I think that is what gives me that little edge over a lot of very, very good singing artists, you know. Just having that live performance experience, because it is an experience. It's not easy, but it's something that does come. You see the truth from the people, and if you're in a room and you're singing, and everybody goes quiet, you know you must, it's terrifying at the time, but when you look back on it, it's got to be because you're all in there. Because to be honest with you, our people are not the easiest people to sing for. You know, even when you're good, you know, you hear them at times, blah, 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 loud, throat, you're singing. You know, I watched them do that to many people, but thank God I can honestly say it's never happened to me. It never happened to me. When I start singing, for some unknown reason, everybody stop. And they're watching me and put me under some heavy pressure. Yeah. Thinking, what am I doing wrong? But it's not wrong, I'm doing nothing. When you look back on it, you know, you look back on the show, because somebody always seemed to record something, and you look back and say, no, it looks like I must have been doing something all right. Yeah.
No, that's fabulous.
I think I'm going to do the final question.
I think, yeah?
Yeah, because I don't think I get another chance after today. I think that's where I'm sat. But listen, that song he was traumatised over. You got that Millie Jackson vibes about it. That's why I can see that. That's why he's getting emotional over there.
Right, yeah.
Right, listen, the question from Sonia B.
She's one of my favourite singers as well.
I love Millie Jackson. But the question from Sonia B is, have you ever been starstruck by an artist besides Jimmy Lindsay?
Yeah, man. I mean, I loved, like I said, Antonellis. I mean, the first time I sang one of the big names, artist from Jamaica as well, and he was just so different. He was just so helpful. You know, he looked after me, and that was really good. That was really good. You know what I mean? And the judge, Knox, right? He had the opportunity. He phoned me to ask me if he could use the backing track of I Got to Have You. And I said, of course you can. It's a pleasure if you want to sing on it. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So,
did I answer it?
Yeah. Yes, of course you did.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I think that brings to a close the Q&A. Yeah, unless there's anything else that you want to say to your people then.
Well, to most of the artists, I would say, especially the female ones, you know, we need to pull together and leave out this cattiness, because we are getting on now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm 71 now, believe it or not. Yeah. I didn't even know it myself. I was shocked. I got over 60. I did. I got it wrong. This lady at work, she has this habit of selling me cards. You know, like you use all of my music. You keep them. She tends to want to keep every birthday I've had. And she likes to remind me. And I'm, oh my God, don't tell me I'm that old. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if I was happy or not. But yeah, I was shocked. I'm telling you, I didn't realize it. I said, wow, it's going fast, man. yeah, like I said, you know, honesty and all seriousness, you know, our female artists need to start pulling their weight with each other, especially the Love and Rocks one. Because I don't have a problem with the R&B singers, soul singers, blues singers, whoever I've met over the years. But somehow our English lovers rock people doesn't seem to have the same thing. They have this little click with just each other. And you can't click with music. Music is for everyone. And every one of us play a part. Don't watch what I'm doing because I'm not trying to take nothing from you. Alright? I'm just here to enhance what you're doing. Yeah? So we have to all pull together and stop this rubbish that's going on. It's been going on too long now. Okay? Amen. Yes. Well, there you go, I said it. It's been said. Listen, we don't get that with the male artists then. So why is it going on with the female then? It doesn't make sense.
Well, let me just ask you one more question then.
Yeah.
What would you like to see happen in that arena? Tell me, what would need to happen for change to take place?
Change to take place is respecting yourself, having confidence in yourself, yes, and being honest with yourself. Because all the answers are in all of us, right? Even if you sound better than me, I will still sing with you. I will sing anyway. With Shirley Bass with that fantastic voice, she's going to do her thing, and when I come on, I'm going to do me. I'm not trying to be nobody else. So, you know, get away from this, you know, thing where you think, oh, I don't want her on here. You know what I mean? I'm not there trying to take nobody's job away, and it's impossible for me to take your voice away. And sure to God, you can't take mine away neither. Right? We're there to please the public and go home and sleep well because we've done a good job. And encourage the younger generation to do better. Yes. And the way we're going on at the moment, we are not teaching them the right way. We're teaching them all to be so quite aggish and horrible to each other when it comes to music. And music is the food of love. Yeah?
I just feel that we have been so blessed today. Yeah, to hear your story, to hear your journey, to hear where you're going. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you what is next for you, what's happening so that, you know, your fans can follow you as well. But you have been a true inspirational trailblazer. And today, we honour and respect you. Yeah, and show you the love that you deserve and the honour that you deserve as an artist that has just paved the way for so many other artists and will do so for the future. Yeah, so please, can you all be upstanding and give Christine Joy White the love in the house?
Thank you very much.
So we've got a big tune, yeah, that is...
Stay standard, we're raving right
this is the big one, isn't it? Yeah. So again, I want you to introduce this tune so we can get everybody moving on.
Yes,
please. Okay. Right, this song is another one that I actually wrote, and on my little piano again, and it really kicked off for me because I think Music Good Thing and this one actually entered the British charts. Not far up, but enough to make me feel good. Yeah?
Here we go.
I Got to Have You.
Yeah! Here we go, people!
Now if you can join in and sing in this tune here.
Big tune.
Come on, Linda and Kelly. Join me with this song. Come on.
What a tune! What a tune!
Hold on, important thing.
Kelly, you want to back up your mum? Come, Kelly.
And leave the brand as well, we're both doing harmonies for me.
A quick announcement, I forgot to mention everybody, for the toilets, public toilets. You come out, take a right straight down to the end, and then you take another right. So come out, straight down, to the right, and then right again. Thank you.
It's important.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, man, get in, quick.
Remember now, all of you are back in the singers today.
Get to the right.
Here we go.
Ooh, la 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 la.
Nothing in the world don't mean a thing, don't mean a thing. When I gave you my love, I also gave you my soul. Now you've gone away with someone else, Ooh, what can I do? What can I do? Ooh, what can I do? What can I do? Without the love and affection that I get from loving you. Ooh, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ooh, la 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 la, yeah. Without your love, I can't sleep at night.
Christine is going to be here to, take pictures with you guys. You guys can be up close and personal. I'm telling you, mark today. Today is historic. You have been, up close and personal with this awesome, iconic artist, okay? And just show the love. As she said, we're here. Music is the food of love. We need to not only embrace it, we need to support it. We need to come together with it, okay? And you just personify everything. And it's just been an absolute awesome pleasure to have this time with you today. Ladies and gentlemen,
being here, and it's lovely to see things like this happening and being alive rather than doing it when I'm dead. Because when you're dead, you're dead. Right? We support singers that's alive. right now. Support them. Alright? Don't feel because they live in England, you don't have to see them today, I'll see them next year. Because we don't know, none of us know our journeys in life. So embrace it and enjoy it. And thank you all so very much for your support over the years, and I hope it continues. And thank you so much for today. You really, really made my day today. I really appreciate that. I'm touched by it. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I also just say, please just show your love again to Ceebee for the hard work, the tremendous commitment he's had to put on this exhibition, week after week being here. Also to the Windrush Legacy for the fantastic exhibition. Please, please keep supporting it, and please, please keep sharing what you've seen today. Come back, tell your friends and family to come and support it, yeah? Because this is ours, but we need to support it and own it as well, yeah? So please put your hands together for Windrush Legacy and Ceebee.
Well, okay, you know, there's one of the things that I really respect about our female singers, especially those within Lovers Rock. They're not slappers. They're not selling sex, they're selling music. And that's something that I really appreciate, because you are what you personify. You know, so if you don't respect yourself, don't expect me to respect you.
100%, that's a good thing. Yeah, I agree with that.
And, you know, Colin, I'm really honored, not just to be here, but to know that there are still people like you out there that's doing what you're doing to make the art of reggae music more viable, more accessible, and bringing some momentum to it. I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic, and you know, I'm really, really pleased for the effort that you put in over the months, really, but more so over the years, because I know it's not just a few months ago that you started on this journey, you know, and to have been on it this long, I think is incredible. Also, this gentleman here, I'd just like to big up as well, because there are very few people, especially white people, that know so much about the history of reggae music. You and another gentleman, who I'm sure we'll all be familiar with, David Rodigan, they are people that, I don't care who wants to say, who wants to try to knock them, but they're people that have been so involved in the music. And David Rodigan is an encyclopedia of reggae music, and that's something you can't take away. And it's something that we really need to appreciate. But thank you very much for being here.
Do we want to find out what you're doing next, quickly before we close off? Yeah, so just tell the people then how they can stay in touch with you, yeah, what you've got coming up.
Well, being in touch is one thing. I'm not really a lot on the media except for the YouTube area. I'm on there. And I know for a fact on the 28th of June, I'm actually, for the first time, doing the Lovers Rock program. Don't know who else is on there, but the gentleman who contacted me.
Paul Dawkins.
Oh, Paul Dawkins, yes. I think there's a flyer going round, so Ceebee, you'll be able to circulate it.
I'm working, I'm helping Paul promote that, so you'll know more about that.
Yes. And there's another gentleman, I think his name is Philip Level.
Yeah.
Yes,
DJ as well, and done a couple of stuff for him as well.
Excellent.
I don't want to interrupt, but I think it's going to be in July, is it? July 29th?
Yeah.
There's going to be a massive Windrush concert in Battersea Park. There's going to be lots of artists on it, so please I think, is it going to be a free entry? Or is it going to be...
Free entry, it's not payment.
Cost of living price.
I know that they're paying me, but I didn't know whether it's going to be free. But if you can, please come down and support it, because there's going to be so many different artists within the reggae genre, and it's going to be a fantastic day. So please, and hopefully it's going to be a nice, sunny, bright day, and it's going to be fun. So please, put it in your diary, come down and support it, yeah?
Thank you. So by the way, Jimmy Lindsay's on the bill. Paulette, Tajah, you on the bill?
Follow us on Instagram.
Yes,
The Windrush GLA.
So next week, just to let you know what's happening next week before we close it down. So we are discussing the Lovers Rock movie, I believe, next week. Yeah, so it's a Lovers Rock movie. We have 4 panelists. We've got, who we got? Judith Jacobs on the panel, Paul Dawkins on the panel, Winston will be on the panel, and his name's gone. Kush Cinemas.
Yes.
Marlon Palmer. Yes. Sorry, Marlon. Marlon Palmer, who's created a wonderful platform for black film, will also be on the panel. So we're gonna say positive. We're going to ask you to say something positive about the movie.
It's not going to happen.
And then where we disagree with not portraying our life experience, then we will disagree respectfully. But that's next final week, 29th of April will be sing-along, Lovers Rock sing-along right here. We'll have food and drink, and we're just going to have a good time with the reggae choir. So thank you all for coming. Those who haven't taken a photo with this
right there. You got me hosting at Nightmare, so when people start attacking me about the Small X film, I've got to stand up there with my 5'4.5". No, it's not fun, it's not serious, she's she's right, when the black people come for you, they come for it good, you know. So you got me hosting, like a volcano, yeah?
Yes, of course.
Of
course, be about you.
I'm going to wear my belt that day, yeah? So anyone said me, I'll just take it off. I've got the buckle good, you know.
Okay, thank you. So now, if you want to take a picture with Christine, just queue up. I know some of you have, so if you haven't, now's your opportunity. Thank you once again.
Once again, thank you all for taking the time, please support Colin in whatever it is that he's doing.